Auto chaps, I'm Magical Mike, and welcome back to part 2 of my Deus Ex Human Revolution Iron Man, where I go through the first proper mission in the hardest difficulty and try not to kill anyone. Let's see how it goes.
Listen up. I need you all to stay calm, keep your voices down, and wait here for SWAT. The plant's not clear yet.
Not clear? But those terrorists, they've got my wife!
Your wife?
She's the manager here. Josie Thorpe. They said they needed her to open the administration building. They were looking for evidence of some kind. Please, I haven't seen her since. You have to find her.
I'll do my best.
I'll do my best. But right now, I need you all to stay here and wait for the police. Can you do that?
Yes, of course. But please, hurry.
You said they were looking for evidence? What kind of evidence?
I don't know. They're purists. They think the body is sacred and shouldn't be tampered with. They probably want something that will implicate us in moral wrongdoings.
Did they know about the typhoon?
It's a top secret contract. How could they? And we only moved it in a few hours ago. Please, I don't think they expected anyone would be working today. And now that they're backed into a corner, you have to find my wife, please.
Yeah, as I said, I'll do my best. I don't know if the doors are now safe. I imagine they're not, so I'm just going to go back through the vent. So yeah, that's 1 out of 2 objectives done. Didn't even need to do that, that's completely optional, but you get XP for it, so of course I'm going to do it. I also get a lot of XP for punching guys and knocking them out, and generally doing combat, although killing people gives you a lot less, and ideally I don't want to kill anyone. So now, I need to get out of this room, so I'm going to quickly look at the map, which isn't entirely clear about where I need to go. Ah, well, maybe it is. So, over there somewhere? I don't know. No, in fact, it's down and behind me, is it? Yeah. Question is, though, where is the door in that room? Over by the staircase there's a door. There's also a door here. So, my plan of action is to drop onto this, have a quick look around. Nobody's looking, so let's real quickly just fall down here. And hopefully, I have a feeling that guy over there is going to turn around at some point, and I don't really want that. I've also got this guy coming towards me now, which is not great. I may be able to just sneak through here. There we go. Now let's learn about cameras, but not really. If you've ever played Metal Gear Solid, well, they're kind of like that. They have this cone, this green cone that you can see, and you can just sneak right under them. Unfortunately for us, they can also see bodies and corpses, and that causes a problem because there's a dude in this corridor patrolling up and down. So if I was to just run past, the dude would see me, and if I were to just knock him out, then the camera will see me, or see him. So the way I'm going to deal with this is to wait for this guy to turn around, and then quickly go and punch him. Because the camera's now not looking at us. Okay. So I'm doing this non-lethally, because why not? You get more XP for doing it non-lethally as well, which is pretty handy. Just gonna hide him back here, steal whatever he's got. Ammo and money, that's handy. And I don't know if the camera sees weapons lying on the ground. I assume it doesn't. Yeah, it's not going to. But I do want that pistol because it'll give me ammo that I can either use or sell later on anyway, so being careful. Totally forgot what I was saying about that dude, but whatever, not a big deal. At least my battery power's recharging properly now. Anyway, I'm gonna grab that and then I'm gonna sit underneath this camera until it turns away from the way I want to go. So as I was saying with rooms in general in this game, like, there's a ton of possibilities for just ways to get through areas Does this hold more than that ammo? Yeah, it does. Let's make sure I'm fully loaded and stuff. And be careful, because I know there's more cameras about. And I know in particular that this camera can see me all the way down this corridor. There's also a room to my right, which, as I've said before, I could go in, and there's people in there, and people means loot, and there might just be loot hanging around. So I might want to do that stuff. But in this instance, I just want to be careful. Anyway, so the only way to go isn't this way, because that's blocked off. So we're going this way. I can make this incredibly easy. Look how much time I've got. This is only a level 1 hack. For reference, there is a number of levels of hacking. And these are only the very, very beginning ones. And it gets so much more complicated.
I don't know about the hacker, dude. Seems awesome. Yeah, it feels weird leaving you alone. What's
That
the
guy
point?
over there is going absolutely nuts with his gun, and probably don't want to mess with him.
Knows what he's doing. Me too, man. Me too.
Oh yeah, I can dance as well. Always useful. Maybe. So yeah, there's nothing stopping me from just shooting the place up, but there is one small Easter egg if you don't kill anyone in this mission. Someone later on will congratulate you. Sarcastically though, I think he calls you Gandhi, which is pretty funny honestly. Yeah, just quickly sneak through there. There's a guy coming over towards me right now, which isn't great. I'm not sure if they can see through this glass. Luckily he stopped a bit sooner than I thought he was going to, so I want to head on to the left. I want to hook around this left-hand wall and such. I think I'll be able to sneak through here pretty quick. There's a room to my left that I don't necessarily need to go into, but I kinda want to anyway. In fact, is there anything there? I don't think there is. Let's skip it. Get on a real quick, just get through here. There is an elevator that I need to open here, at the other end of this room, which could be a problem, or it might not be. I honestly don't know. I've just got a lot of people to worry about, and that's where patience comes into a game like this. You need a lot of patience if you want to stealth through these games. So let's real quick, as those guys aren't quite paying full attention, hide behind here and do that. Smooth. Luckily for me, they don't seem to notice when doors open and close, despite how loud they are. So here is a practice kit, and they want me to have a tutorial on this stuff, but honestly I don't need it. What they want me to do is to go into here and take this, and this will let me hack turrets to turn them onto my side. Turns out though, you just don't need it. So obviously a very obvious ventilation shaft that I can go through there. You see here is a camera, and what you can see on the map, but I don't really want to poke my head out to show you. You see the turret over there? Just shoots you on sight. It's not great, so we're just going to completely bypass it and save that praxis point for something more useful later on. What I think I was going to say earlier and forgot to is that you get more experience in general for being non-violent and just exploring, so the game kind of rewards you for going everywhere and doing everything as long as you don't kill anyone, which is pretty useful. Although there are some unavoidable things, like this cutscene. Should also point out that killing people generally nets you less XP, but it's obviously safer
Step
because
away
they
from
don't...
the console. Now!
stand up and cause you problems later on if they get woken up, because they're dead, they can't get woken up. Anyway, cutscene.
Help me! Son of a bitch! Pritchard, you still there?
Where else would I be?
Patch me to Sarif, now.
Intriguing,
Adam, it's
huh?
David. You got the Typhoon?
Yeah, but you were right about there being something more behind this. Because I've also got a dead purist in here with some pretty interesting cerebral implants.
Don't touch him. We'll need an expert to recover his neural hub, in case it's booby-trapped.
Copy that. What about Sanders?
SWAT's pressured me to let them off the leash. Find them before they do, and deal with them.
Deal with him, he says. So if you've never played a Deus Ex game, and you're into anything stealth related or shooty, combat-ish related, then I highly recommend these games. Like, the first one is, without a doubt, one of the most important and influential PC games ever made, and this one, I don't know how many years later, maybe a decade, maybe 2 decades later it came out, sometime in the late 2000s, I think. It's an incredibly good modernization of the series. Incredibly good. It's good for stealth, it's good for story, it's good for intrigue. If you're into conspiracy theories, then I'm missing a whole ton of stuff by stealthing through everything and not taking everybody out. If you're into anything like that, even if you're into just RPGs in general, role-playing games, then I highly recommend this. And it looks like Mankind Divided is also going to be another highly successful game. So yeah, recommend them. Don't know about Mankind Divided yet, it's not out yet, but from what I've seen so far, it looks pretty good.
Those hearings permanently hold. Many are now wondering if something else may be going on.
It's hard to hear, but the TV is also very important to listen to. I don't know if there's anything in this room that I want to pick up. There is. I missed this on my last playthrough. These things give you XP as well. That's a pocket secretary. Let's read that. We need access to some office computers if we're going to find anything here. C-Boy sent me a hack for this one. C-Boy, I think, is the hacker that just killed himself. Or did he kill himself? Who knows? Anyway, we got a login and a password. And we have that to be... we have that available to be used later on. But I don't think I'm going to need it. I'm not really showing you right now, but... and it's very hard to see. Each one of those orange lights is a desk in that room down there. And each one of those desks has a personal computer associated with it that you can more than likely get into with hacking. Or if you find various passwords hanging around that people hold and you just find in the environment, then you can get in that way too. One of the greatest details is not the toilets. One of the greatest details of this game is that people are stupid. Like, generic people in the universe are thick. So much so that you will often find their passwords on post-it notes next to their desks, which is just this tiny little level of detail that's absolutely great about this game. I'm now in the women's toilets, I think. And I want to get across this side of the room. I want to get directly where I'm pointing underneath that red sign up there, but there's a lot of people in the way, and that might be a little bit more difficult than it at first looks. So let's just hop in here. Grab some tranquilizer darts, because they might come in handy. I don't really want to shoot my gun, but if I have to, I have to. So he didn't notice me opening that door, which is nice. And I can now sneak along here. So this room's quite complicated and there's a good chance I'll screw it up. So ideally I don't want to do that. There's more than 3 dudes in here I think as well, so gotta be careful. As I said, there's computers all in this room as well. And while I'm not personally going to be hacking any in this video, just know that it is possible and there's a ton of information in those computers that you can read and digest, and a lot of it's just fluff, email into personal office, whatever, but a lot of it's really, really important stuff to the story, and you may or may not actually realise how important it is, but it's super interesting and really makes this game a lot deeper than it needed to be, which is awesome. I'm now trying to be careful because I need to get across the other side of this room without these people noticing me, and it's a little bit difficult, but if I time my runs correctly, I should be able to do it. I need this guy facing to the left, and I need an opening on the other guys in the room as well, so hopefully when this guy turns around I should be able to quickly get across here. And this guy is particularly stupid because he's looking at this computer here, and I can just get around there like that. What's particularly funny is that
You're supposed to have complete access.
some of these people, you just heard the guy complaining there, like, this is just where a lot of notes and things are.
I don't even know what any of this stuff means.
They're hacking for no apparent reason. You find a lot of notes and stuff here that let you into these systems, just passwords hanging around and stuff. I can hack every single one of these computers and gain experience from it, which in a proper run I would absolutely want to do, because that experience is valuable. But here, there's too many people around, I don't want to take them out, and hacking is not... it's not a guarantee of being invulnerable. People can and will see you while you're hacking, and they continue moving around. And that makes the game just that little bit more complicated, and more awesome too. So, we're coming up on the final bit of the mission, which I happen to know about. Just getting my gun ready for no apparent reason at all, don't worry about it. Just making sure, yep, that's how guns work. Just read this pocket secretary here for some XP. See this scholar bonus here. Close to getting enough for another level, but not quite. If I had hacked everything, this is by the way Josie's desk, Josie Thorpe, the manager, and in there we will probably, we will find her. If I'd been doing everything absolutely thoroughly as possible, then I would have had enough for that level, and I would be able to take this augmentation here, the social enhancer, which allows you to do what we're about to do in a much easier way, but as it happens I don't have enough XP, so we're going into this one and we're going to have to struggle with it. With some intellectual discussion about something. Anyway,
Don't lie
here we
to
go.
me. I don't want to hurt you. You're a civilian. But I will if you don't give me a choice.
If you didn't want to hurt anyone, you should have stayed home tonight.
Oh, look! Sarif's attack dog! You're here to clean up before the police bust in?
He thinks we're breaking the law.
Shut up! All you body polluters break laws. You're all the same.
You're gonna have a hard time convincing people you're any different once they hear you had an AUG on your team.
What?
I found your attack dog in the factoring labs, trying to cut through security with his implanted hackware.
Nice try, Cholo. But I would never let one of you freaks on my crew. Back off, Hunter! I got business to take care of, understand? If what you say is true, and I'm not saying it is here, but I gotta check things out. So me and la vieja, we're leaving.
So immediately we get 3 options. We can just outright try and kill him, we can just let him go, or we can try to free the hostage. Obviously we want to do the morally correct thing and try to free her, so we're going to do that, and I will consider this a failed attempt if I don't free her.
You know I can't let you go with her.
Stand down, Hanser. I told you. Stand down or this bitch is dead.
Bullshit. You're bigger than that. You don't kill civilians.
Damn right. I'm a decorated vet. And I won't be jerked around. I need to find out who's behind this, and right now the boss lady's my only ticket out of here.
Listen to me. Whatever's going on, it's big. You've got a better chance of getting to the bottom of it if you work with me. But I can't do a thing until you let her go.
Are you stupid? I don't work with dogs. God, you must think I'm some kind of moron. And who can blame you? Because it's exactly what it must look like to everyone right now. Trapped in here by the cops, and my only option is to take a hostage. How screwed up is that?
So we're gonna play to this guy, and we can... It's very, very complicated, and all of these sound rational for me, but only a couple of them might work. So, what do we do? Let's try to reason with him. I feel like doing this and playing to his mind, I don't know, man. I'm not great at these, and well, let's just hit reason and hope.
You just think that taking a hostage is your only way out of here. You're so committed to that tactic, you're not seeing any other solution. Let her go, and you will.
Sorry, but I got no choice. I know you're kind. I saw it a million times in the Gulf. The only thing augmented goons like you care about is gaining the advantage. Just like the cops out there. I'd have to be stupid to do anything you tell me to.
So, we can empathize, we could reason again, or we can try and humble him. I don't think being humble is really going to help. I don't really... You know... Continuing to try to reason with him might not be a good idea. Getting himself killed might be something that's actually handy because it'll go along with his cause, so let's try to empathize this time.
The only thing the cops are focused on right now is the safety of the civilians, same as you. You've risked your life to do what's best for other people. You're not some drive-by banger.
I know that. The question is, do they? The cause is blowing up all around me. My brother's at risk. All because of what that traitor did to us tonight. I've got to fix it, but I can't when I'm stuck in here with you.
We're starting to lose the argument a little bit here. So, do we want to say that he's got more honour than the man who betrayed him? Do we want to try to reason with him? Or do we want to try and be humble? I think I want to try to reason with him.
Listen, the hacker's plan was for you to die. He knew there would be civilians here tonight. He thought of everything. He used your brother because he knew you would trust him. That's how well he knows you. He expected you to take a hostage, just like he knew the cops would kill you for it.
You're right. Damn! You know, he even asked me once about hostages. I told him I would if I had to. I thought I had to here, but I can't afford to, can I? Go on, get out of here. You're free to go. I did what you wanted, so let me go. I got played here too, I see.
I've got as much interest in finding out who's really behind this as you do, Cabron.
Yeah,
I
well,
love that sarcasm, by the way.
maybe I'll owe you one. But I promise you this. Someone's gonna pay. Are you still there?
Adam! Adam, what's happening? What's your situation? Adam!
Sanders is gone, boss. But I'm pretty sure he's just a dupe. Somebody else set this up.
Damn it. Okay, I want you back here now. The admin building has a rooftop terrace. Meet Farida on it.
Copy. Jensen out.
So there's a multitude of ways that that can go down. He doesn't always say the same thing. He doesn't always react to the same ideas that you present him with, which is why I had my pistol ready. But I was successful. I mean, he can end up running out with Josie Thorpe, which is not great because it gets them both killed. He can end up just killing her on the spot. You can talk him out of it, which is what I managed to do, and then well, you get told off by your boss and various other people. Or you can try to just shoot him in the head when he tries to escape with her, which is, like I said, the reason I have my pistol. But I was successful. I did it. I did an Iron Man and I finished it. I don't know what to say. But yeah, that's it. And there's various things I can do here. I could try and hack this in front of these people, which I don't think I should do. Probably wouldn't be wise. But yes. And that is, of course, going to have repercussions for the rest of the game, as it would. So there you go, Deus Ex Human Revolution, the first proper mission finished, without killing anybody and without screwing up or without really being seen. I almost got seen that one time. So there you go. I've been Magical Mike. Thank you very much for watching, and join me next time when I do something else.